As reports continue to circulate online and snippets from alleged insiders keep popping up across fan pages and gossip blogs. The Love and Hip Hop might again on fire. This time the conversation is centered on Michael and Rada, with fans asking the same question. Again and again, did a heated argument really push their relationship to the edge, or is this just another storm fueled by rumors, speculation, and reality TV chaos? According to multiple entertainment pages, what allegedly began as a tense disagreement behind the scenes has now turned into full-blown divorce talk, or at least that is what ongoing reports are claiming. The internet cannot stop talking about it, and fans are shocked because just weeks ago, Michael and Rada were being praised for appearing solid, united, and unbreakable. Now, sudden headlines suggest raised voices, emotional breakdowns, and words that some say cannot be taken back. Emotions ran high according to commentary pages as screenshots, vague quotes, and cryptic social media activity began circulating, leaving viewers to piece together the story on their own. Some reports claim the argument centered around trust control and unresolved resentment, while others suggest outside influences may have poured fuel on an already fragile situation. Now, everyone is watching closely because if even part of these reports are accurate, the fallout could shift the entire direction of Season 7. People described as close to the cast are whispering that the tension was so heavy it filled the room and left friends uncomfortable, unsure of whose side to take. Fans online are divided, with some defending Michael and saying pressure cameras and public judgment can break anyone, while others stand firmly behind Rada, claiming she finally reached her emotional limit. The family was left divided according to circulating commentary, with claims that relatives were pulled into the drama through late-night calls, emotional messages, and difficult conversations. Yet nothing has been officially confirmed, and that uncertainty is exactly what is driving the frenzy. Every new rumor adds another layer, another question, and another reason viewers remain glued to their screens. Whether fact or speculation, this developing story has reignited the fanbase and set the stage for what could become one of the most talked about moments of the season as speculation continues to swirl around Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7. Online commentary has slowly begun painting a very different picture of Michael and Rada's relationship. According to entertainment pages and fan-driven news accounts, what viewers see on screen barely scratches the surface of the tension that has reportedly been building for months. Fans are shocked because Michael and Rada were often described as stable and grounded. Yet recent reports suggest that emotional cracks had already started forming long before divorce talk ever entered the conversation. People following the story say Rada had been feeling increasingly sidelined, believing that her concerns were being brushed aside while bigger decisions were being made without her involvement. Much of the current speculation centers on the name Nadia, whose presence in Michael's life has been described by gossip blogs as complicated and emotionally loaded. While no official confirmation exists, several reports claim Rada became deeply unsettled by rumors that Michael was taking on a more involved role in Nadia's life, particularly where her child was concerned. Fans online began questioning whether boundaries had been clearly defined, or if emotional lines were slowly being crossed without anyone acknowledging it openly. According to commentary pages, this uncertainty created a quiet tension that lingered beneath the surface during group scenes and public appearances. Sources close to the cast, at least according to online chatter, claim Rada struggled with the idea that Michael might be stepping into a father figure role for Nadia's child, not because of jealousy alone, but because it represented a future she felt excluded from. Reports suggest Rada questioned where she fit into that picture and whether her own expectations for marriage were being pushed aside. Fans are shocked by claims that these concerns were initially dismissed as overthinking, which only deepened Rada's sense of isolation within the relationship. As the rumors spread, fans began revisiting past episodes, dissecting moments that once seemed harmless. Subtle facial expressions, pauses in conversation, and emotionally charged silences suddenly took on new meaning. Commentary pages argued that Rada's body language showed someone holding back frustration rather than reacting impulsively. Emotions ran high among viewers who felt this was not a sudden breakdown, but the result of long-standing emotional neglect, at least according to how the narrative was being framed online. Friends of the couple were reportedly caught in the middle. Discussions around loyalty and responsibility grew more intense. Some gossip accounts claim private conversations turned into heated exchanges once Nadia's name was brought up directly. Rada is said to have questioned Michael about transparency and priorities, asking whether he fully understood how the situation made her feel. Fans are shocked by reports that these conversations allegedly escalated because each side felt misunderstood, with Michael believing he was doing the right thing and Rada feeling emotionally abandoned. Family reactions became another layer of the drama, according to circulating reports. Commentary pages claim Rada sought guidance from relatives who encouraged her to protect her emotional boundaries and not minimize her feelings for the sake of appearances. Others allegedly advised patients, warning her about making permanent decisions based on temporary chaos. The family was left divided as these differing opinions reportedly added more pressure to an already fragile situation. Online discussions suggest Michael may have underestimated how deeply this situation affected Rada. Some fans argue that intention does not erase impact and that even well-meaning actions can cause harm. When communication breaks down, others believe Michael was trapped between past connections and present commitments, unsure how to balance both without disappointing someone. Emotions ran high across social media as viewers debated whether Michael's involvement was appropriate, or whether Rada's reaction was a natural response to feeling pushed. According to ongoing commentary, the alleged argument that sparked divorce talk was not about one single moment, but about accumulated resentment finally spilling over. Reports claim Rada expressed feeling unheard for too long and made it clear that continuing this way was no longer an option for her. Fans are shocked by claims that divorce was mentioned, not as a threat, but as an expression of emotional exhaustion and a desperate attempt to be taken seriously. Some entertainment pages suggest that once divorce entered the conversation, the tone of their discussions shifted entirely. What were once disagreements reportedly became confrontations filled with old grievances and unresolved pain. Fans online noted that Rada's reactions appeared more guarded afterward, fueling speculation that trust had already been damaged. Michael, according to gossip-driven narratives, appeared conflicted and defensive, struggling to explain his position without escalating the situation further. As rumors continued to circulate, viewers remained divided on where responsibility truly lies. Some argue that Rada deserved reassurance and clarity long before things reached this point. Others insist that speculation alone should not dictate the fate of a marriage. Yet, despite these debates, the dominant sentiment online is that something significant has shifted. Fans are watching closely, aware that in the world of love and hip-hop Miami, unresolved emotional conflicts rarely stay private for long and often lead to consequences that no one initially expects. As the rumors continued gaining momentum online, the narrative around Michael, Rada, and Nadia began shifting from quiet concern to full-scale speculation. Commentary pages claim that after the initial confrontation, the atmosphere between Michael and Rada reportedly changed in a noticeable way. Fans are shocked by how quickly warmth allegedly turned into distance with insiders, suggesting that everyday conversations became cautious and emotionally guarded. According to circulating reports, Rada appeared more withdrawn, choosing silence over arguments, while Michael was described as frustrated yet defensive, feeling misunderstood by both Rada and those watching from the outside. This emotional disconnect only fueled more gossip as fans tried to interpret what was happening beyond the cameras. Several entertainment blogs claimed that Nadia's name kept resurfacing in conversations not because of direct confrontation, but because of what she symbolized in the relationship. Reports suggested Rada felt that Nadia represented unfinished business in Michael's life that was now bleeding into their marriage. Fans online speculated that Rada questioned whether Michael truly closed that chapter or simply carried it forward under the label of responsibility. Emotions ran high as commentary pages framed the situation as a clash between emotional loyalty and moral obligation, leaving Rada feeling trapped in a story she never agreed to be part of. According to gossip-driven narratives, Michael allegedly tried to explain his intentions, repeatedly emphasizing that helping Nadia did not mean choosing her over Rada. However, reports claim Rada struggled to accept that explanation, believing actions mattered more than words. Fans are shocked by claims that Rada questioned why boundaries were not clearer from the start and why she had to learn about certain developments through rumors instead of direct conversation. This sense of being left out reportedly became one of the most painful aspects of the situation for her. Friends close to the couple were allegedly pulled into late-night conversations and emotional check-ins as tensions grew. Commentary pages claimed some friends sided with Rada, believing her feelings were valid and long ignored, while others sympathized with Michael, arguing that compassion should not automatically be labeled betrayal. The family was left divided according to these reports, with opinions split on whether Rada was protecting herself or overreacting to speculation. Fans online mirrored this divide, turning comment sections into battlegrounds filled with emotional arguments and personal projections. As whispers of divorce talk spread, fans began noticing changes in Rada's public demeanor at events and group scenes. Gossip blogs claimed she appeared less engaged, avoiding eye contact and keeping conversations brief. Emotions ran high as viewers interpreted this as someone emotionally preparing for a possible exit rather than fighting for resolution. According to online chatter, Rada reportedly expressed that staying silent was easier than repeating conversations that led nowhere. Fans are shocked by claims that she began emotionally detaching as a form of self-preservation. Meanwhile, Michael was portrayed by some commentary pages as increasingly isolated, feeling attacked by public opinion while trying to hold on to his marriage. Reports suggest he felt caught between being judged as careless and being accused of indifference. Fans online debated whether Michael truly understood the emotional weight of the situation, or if he believed logic alone could fix what had become deeply personal. This disconnect, according to gossip narratives, only widened the emotional gap between him and Rada. Nadia's single quotes as role in the story continued to be discussed, even without her direct involvement. Entertainment pages claimed that her silence added to the tension, allowing assumptions to grow unchecked. Fans speculated whether she was aware of the strain her situation was allegedly causing, or if she remained focused solely on her own challenges. Emotions ran high as some viewers accused her of unintentionally destabilizing the relationship, while others insisted responsibility rested entirely with Michael's choices. According to circulating reports, the turning point came when Rada allegedly voiced concerns about her future, questioning whether marriage meant constantly competing with unresolved past connections. Fans are shocked by claims that she asked Michael directly if this dynamic was something she needed to accept long-term. Commentary pages suggest this question carried more weight than anger because it reflected deep uncertainty rather than momentary frustration. This moment reportedly forced Michael to confront the possibility that reassurance alone might no longer be enough. As discussions reportedly continued, the tone shifted from emotional to practical, with gossip blogs claiming Rada began focusing on self-respect, boundaries, and emotional safety. Fans online interpreted this as a sign that divorce talk was less about punishment and more about reclaiming control. Emotions ran high as viewers debated whether stepping away was an act of strength or surrender. Some argued that Rada deserved peace even if it meant walking away, while others believed resolution was still possible if communication improved. By this point, speculation had reached a level where every move was analyzed and every silence interpreted as confirmation. Commentary pages emphasized that nothing had been officially confirmed, yet the emotional narrative had already taken on a life of its own. Fans remained glued to updates, convinced that whatever the truth might be, the relationship was no longer the same. The situation, according to ongoing chatter, had moved beyond a single argument into a reflection of deeper emotional fractures, leaving viewers wondering whether reconciliation was still realistic or if the damage had already reshaped everything moving forward. As the story continued to unfold across fan pages and gossip platforms, the focus slowly shifted from the argument itself to the emotional aftermath that reportedly followed. According to ongoing commentary, the silence between Michael and Rada became louder than any confrontation. Fans are shocked by claims that days passed with minimal communication, creating an emotional gap that felt impossible to bridge. Reports suggest Rada stopped seeking reassurance altogether, choosing instead to observe Michael's actions and the choices he continued to make. This shift in behavior was interpreted by many viewers as a sign that her patience had reached its limit. Commentary pages claim that Michael attempted to regain control of the situation by addressing concerns calmly, yet the damage had already been done. According to these reports, Rada no longer felt comforted by explanations that came after the fact. Emotions ran high as fans discussed how delayed transparency often feels like avoidance rather than honesty. Several blogs framed Rada's response as someone who had emotionally checked out after feeling unheard for too long. Fans online began saying that when a partner stops arguing, it often means they are closer to leaving than staying. As speculation grew, friends of the couple were allegedly forced to confront the reality of the situation. Gossip-driven narratives claimed some friends urged Michael to recognize the seriousness of Rada's emotional withdrawal, while others advised him to ignore the noise and focus on his intentions. The family was left divided once again, as differing perspectives only added confusion. Some relatives reportedly warned Rada about making irreversible decisions under emotional stress, while others encouraged her to prioritize self-respect and emotional safety over appearances. Nadia's single quotes as situation continued to linger in the background of every discussion, according to entertainment blogs. While she remained mostly silent, rumors suggested her circumstances were becoming more complicated, adding pressure to Michael's sense of responsibility. Fans are shocked by claims that this only reinforced Rada's fears that the situation would never truly resolve. Commentary pages suggested Rada felt trapped in a cycle where new developments kept reopening wounds she was trying to heal. Online discussions increasingly framed Rada's divorce talk as a boundary rather than a threat. Fans argued that mentioning divorce does not always mean wanting to end a marriage, but sometimes reflects a need to be taken seriously. Emotions ran high as viewers debated whether Michael truly grasped the emotional message behind her words. Some believed he focused too much on defending his actions instead of acknowledging how deeply the situation hurt her. Others felt Rada's expectations were unrealistic given the complexity of the circumstances. According to gossip narratives, the tension began affecting how the couple interacted publicly. Fans claimed their energy felt distant and uncomfortable, with moments of forced politeness replacing genuine connection. Viewers dissected scenes and social media activity, noting how interactions appeared more calculated than natural. Commentary pages argued this behavior reflected unresolved conflict rather than calm resolution. Fans are shocked by how quickly the relationship narrative shifted from unity to visible strain. Reports suggested Rada began leaning more heavily on her personal support system, spending time away from Michael to gain clarity. This decision, according to online chatter, was not about punishment, but about emotional survival. Fans discussed how stepping back can sometimes reveal truths that constant proximity hides. Emotions ran high as viewers related their own experiences to Rada's reported actions, seeing them as a sign of someone choosing self-awareness over denial. Michael, on the other hand, was portrayed by some entertainment pages as increasingly reflective, Rumors claimed he struggled with the realization that good intentions might not undo emotional harm. Fans online debated whether this realization came too late, or if it still offered hope for reconciliation. Commentary pages suggested Michael faced a difficult truth that responsibility without clear boundaries can damage trust even when motives are not malicious. As discussions intensified, the role of public opinion became impossible to ignore. Fans are shocked by how quickly narratives solidified despite the lack of confirmation. Some argued that constant speculation added unnecessary pressure to an already fragile situation. Others insisted that public scrutiny was unavoidable given the platform, and that silence often invites more assumptions. Emotions ran high as comment sections filled with passionate arguments about accountability, empathy, and emotional intelligence. According to ongoing reports, the emotional distance between Michael and Rada became the defining issue rather than Nadia herself. Gossip blogs framed the situation as a breakdown in communication rather than a single betrayal. Fans noted that unresolved feelings often grow heavier over time, especially when layered with outside stress and public judgment. This perspective shifted some viewers away from assigning blame and toward understanding the complexity of emotional relationships. As the season narrative continued to develop, fans were left questioning what reconciliation would even look like. Commentary pages speculated that repairing trust would require more than reassurance and would instead demand consistent action and clear boundaries. Emotions ran high as viewers debated whether such changes were realistic under the circumstances. Some believed love and commitment could overcome the chaos, while others felt the emotional wounds were already too deep. By this stage, the story had evolved beyond a rumor into a broader conversation about emotional priorities and partnership. Fans are shocked by how relatable the situation felt despite its dramatic framing. Many saw reflections of their own struggles in the speculation surrounding Michael and Rada. According to ongoing chatter, the relationship stood at a crossroads, where silence spoke louder than promises and choices mattered more than explanations. Viewers remained deeply invested, aware that whatever outcome awaited would leave lasting emotional consequences for everyone involved. As speculation reached its peak, the conversation surrounding Michael and Rada shifted toward consequences and possible outcomes rather than causes, according to ongoing commentary. Many fans began asking whether the relationship could realistically recover after so much emotional strain had been publicly dissected. Reports suggested Rada was no longer interested in temporary fixes or surface-level reassurance. Instead, gossip pages claimed she was focused on clarity, stability, and emotional safety. Fans are shocked by how firm her reported stance appeared, especially given how patient she was believed to be earlier in the relationship. Emotions ran high as viewers interpreted this shift as a sign that something fundamental had changed. Entertainment blogs continued to frame Michael as someone facing the weight of delayed realization. According to online narratives, he reportedly began understanding that intentions do not erase emotional impact. Fans debated whether acknowledgement at this stage could still repair the damage. Some argued that emotional trust once fractured is difficult to rebuild, especially when outside factors continue to exist. Others believed that genuine accountability paired with consistent boundaries could still create space for healing. Family was left divided once again as opinions varied on whether reconciliation was healthy or simply prolonging inevitable pain. Nadia's situation remained a recurring theme in fan discussions, even as commentary emphasized that the core issue extended beyond one person. Reports suggested Rada viewed the situation as a symbol of deeper imbalance rather than a single conflict. Fans are shocked by claims that Rada questioned whether she would always have to negotiate her emotional needs against circumstances beyond her control. This realization, according to gossip narratives, strengthened her resolve to protect herself, regardless of public opinion. As divorce talk continued to circulate, fans noted how the tone of discussions around the couple became more subdued and reflective. Emotions ran high not because of explosive arguments, but because of quiet realizations. Commentary pages suggested Rada's silence spoke volumes, indicating someone who had reached emotional clarity rather than confusion. Viewers interpreted this calm as more serious than anger, believing it reflected acceptance rather than hesitation. Meanwhile, Michael was portrayed by some entertainment accounts as grappling with conflicting responsibilities. Reports claimed he faced pressure from multiple directions with expectations that often contradicted one another. Fans debated whether it was fair to expect perfect balance in such complex circumstances. Some argued that emotional leadership within a relationship requires prioritization even when choices are uncomfortable. Others believed the situation was more nuanced and that judgment from the outside ignored private efforts that may never be seen, according to gossip. Driven narratives conversations between Michael and Rada reportedly became more measured but emotionally distant. Fans are shocked by claims that discussions centered less on resolving the past and more on defining the future. Commentary pages framed this as a critical turning point, where both sides evaluated whether their visions still aligned. Emotions ran high as viewers recognized how difficult it is to let go of a relationship that once felt secured. Public reaction continued to influence the narrative, with fans passionately sharing their perspectives. Some praised Rada for standing firm and valuing her emotional well-being. Others criticized the speed at which divorce talk emerged, arguing that speculation should not dictate life-changing decisions. The family was left divided not only within the story but among viewers themselves, as personal experiences shaped opinions. This divide kept the conversation alive and constantly evolving. As the season's storyline progressed, fans noticed how unresolved tension seemed to follow every interaction. Commentary pages argued that even moments of calm carried underlying discomfort. Viewers dissected body language, pauses, and tone, searching for signs of reconciliation or finality. Emotions ran high as each appearance sparked renewed debate about whether healing was still possible or if the relationship had already crossed a point of no return. Reports suggested Rada began envisioning a future defined by emotional peace rather than compromise. Fans are shocked by how strongly this idea resonated with audiences who saw it as a powerful statement about self-respect. Commentary pages framed her reported mindset as someone choosing certainty over chaos, even if that choice carried emotional cost. Michael's position remained more ambiguous, according to gossip narratives, leaving fans uncertain about where he truly stood. As discussions continued, the broader theme of the story emerged, focusing on boundaries, communication, and emotional responsibility. Fans noted that the situation highlighted how unresolved past connections can ripple into present relationships when not clearly addressed. Emotions ran high as viewers related these lessons to their own lives, making the story feel larger than reality TV drama. Its relatability fueled ongoing interest and kept speculation alive. By this point, the narrative had evolved into a question rather than an answer. Fans are shocked not by what allegedly happened, but by what it represented. Commentary pages suggested the outcome would depend less on grand gestures and more on consistent choices made away from public view. Viewers remained divided yet deeply invested, aware that whatever direction the relationship took would leave a lasting imprint. As rumors continued to circulate, one thing became clear: the story of Michael and Rada had shifted from shock value to emotional reckoning. Fans understood that resolution would not come quickly or cleanly. Whether reconciliation or separation awaited the relationship, the emotional journey had already reshaped both individuals. Viewers watched closely, knowing that in the world of love and hip-hop, Miami, the most powerful moments often come not from explosive drama, but from quiet decisions that change everything. As this story continues to unfold through rumors, commentary, and ongoing speculation, one thing is clear: the situation surrounding Michael, Rada, and Nadia has left fans with more questions than answers. Emotions have run high, not just within the alleged relationship, drama, but across the entire fan base as viewers try to understand what is really happening behind the scenes. Is this a temporary storm fueled by misunderstanding and outside pressure? Or has the emotional damage already shifted the foundation of their relationship in a way that cannot be undone? The uncertainty is what keeps this conversation alive, and why so many people remain invested in every update, every silence, and every new rumor that surfaces. Now it is your turn to weigh in. Based on everything being reported and discussed, do you believe Michael could have handled the situation differently? Or was Rada justified in reaching a breaking point? Do you think helping someone from the past can exist without crossing emotional boundaries? Or does it inevitably create conflict in a marriage? And most importantly, do you believe this relationship can recover from the weight of speculation, trust, issues and public pressure, or is separation the only path to peace? Your perspective matters because this story reflects challenges many people face beyond reality TV. If you found this breakdown engaging, make sure to like the video so more people can join the discussion. Subscribe to the channel for more dramatic commentary and deep dives into the biggest reality TV stories as they develop. And do not forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below because this conversation is far from over. Your opinion could spark the next debate and shape how this story continues to be discussed by fans everywhere.